Hello, guys. It's Sapphire Yagame with Once Upon a Time, Season 3, Episode 6, titled Ariel. I'm like so excited because Ariel is my favorite Disney princess of all freaking time. Plus, I love mermaids, so it's awesome. So I was like so excited when she came on. So, start off, we have Snow White. This is the character's passion, you know, past the Enchanted Forest. Snow White is running from the queen, of course. She's running from her guards, because the queen wants her dead, obviously. And so she runs off this cliff to avoid being captured. So when you think she's gonna drown, she ends up getting saved, and we early find out that she's got saved by Ariel, who's a mermaid. Ooh. Snow later then helps Ariel get closer to her love interest, Prince Eric, whom she met before. So Ariel's event obviously supposed to take place after she done saved, Prince Eric from drowning, and we are around the time would be if it was basing off the film, it would be, let's see, she doesn't have she. It'll be wait. Is there a ball in the movie? No, there's not a ball in the movie. So anyway, scratch that. She asks, Snow White gives her advice on meeting him. She doesn't and Ariel, yeah, she gives advice to meet him. Ariel Snow is wondering how Ariel's gonna, talk to the prince, given the fact that, she's a mermaid. So Ariel puts her towel on land, and she grows legs, and she says that I think it's high tide, every once in a while at high tide, mermaids are able to walk on land thanks to Ursula, who apparently is this sea goddess. In the movie, she's sea witch. In this, she's a sea goddess. I'm like, woo! Ursula has moved up on the ladder. So she's sea goddess, but people have not seen in like forever. Nobody has seen Ursula since like way back when. Like nobody has seen her. Technically, she has now kind of become this myth, so nobody has seen her. Snow and Ariel then go to the ball the prince is having. She ends up talking to Eric for a little bit. He's like, I met you before. I felt like, I met you before. I'm like, yeah, of course you met her before. She saved you from drowning, but apparently you can't physically remember her. I mean, she's the only broad up and up with that red hair. I'm just saying, she's the only one up and up with red hair. So he then tells her about this expedition he's gonna go on around the world, and he invites her, and she then later, Ariel is seen conflicted about whether to stay on land or return to the sea. However, the evil queen has been watching this from the mirror in Prince Eric's castle, and she sees an opportunity to use that to advantage. So later that night, Ariel witnesses what she thinks is Ursula, but is actually the queen in disguising herself as Ursula. And Lana Parrella made a perfect Ursula. I applaud her on making Ursula. Like, she had it. She had it. She worked that Ursula. So, with the evil queen posing as Ursula, she tells her that she can make it so that she stays human forever by turning Snow into a mermaid. So, Ariel goes to see Snow. She's like, Ursula came to me and I found a way, like we were friends. So she puts this bracelet on Snow, gives Snow her tail, and Ariel will be human forever. So, Snow is a little suspicious about this. And then, hello, evil queen shows up, and Ariel finds out that she has been duped. Poor thing. And she gives Ariel a choice: either go with Prince Eric or let Snow die, or stay and watch her die. Ariel begins to leave, but then stabs the queen in the neck with a fork, a dingle hopper. But then she don't call her a dingle hopper in this show. She calls it a trident. I think it would still be cool. She would say dingle hopper, just just for the fans who grew up with Ariel. Just have her. You should have had her say dingle hopper at least once, or comb her hair with it. It would have been cool. Just have her go dingle hopper. I would have been so happy. But anyway, she stabs Queen in the neck with a fork, distracting her while she takes a bracelet off of Snow that turns her into a mermaid. The two then escape before the Queen can act on vengeance. Snow then encourages Ariel to swim to Prince Eric's ship and reveal who she is and her love. However, as an act of revenge, when Ariel swims up, to try to get the prince, she goes to open her mouth. Nothing comes out. I actually have a clip of that on my Instagram. She can't talk. It's gone. Time to find out that the queen has taken her voice from her. And so that's her act of vengeance. So Ariel swims away sad because she can't tell the prince how much she loves him. I'm like, even Queen is up in here ruining everybody's happy ending. I mean, we get it. Snow ruined your happy ending. We get it. That don't mean you gonna take everybody else's away. Like, dang. Man, revenge is very evil. It's not a pretty thing. So later, the queen returns to her fortress and she sees the real Ursula appears from the mirror, vowing to make her pay if she ever impersonated her again. Apparently, Ursula don't like being impersonated, so that was very upsetting. Like Regina was scared, like, oh, okay, okay, I ain't gonna do it. Don't worry, I ain't gonna do it. Like she got scared, like, oh snap, oh snap. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not. I'm not gonna do it again. I promise. I promise. So that was all that happened in the past. Before the curse is enacted, that's where we at. So in present day Neverland, we have Regina trying to teach Emma how to use her gift. Hook arrives to tell David and Mary Margaret that Neil is alive. Oh, he told them. Oh. At first, the threesome decided they should keep this a secret from Emma, but when Emma sees this after, okay, so they decide to keep it secret. Hook doesn't want to tell Emma. David doesn't want to tell Emma. Snow's like, we should tell Emma. So Emma says, like, what are you guys doing? So I think Hook says, like, going to get water. I think David said we're going to get firewood. Here comes Snow White. Neil's alive. Like, really, Snow? Like, really, Snow? Like, if you guys don't remember, this is how this whole show started in the first darn freaking place. Because Snow couldn't keep a freaking secret. Like, really, Snow? All you had to do was keep a secret. Okay, it's official. Nobody ever tells Snow a secret ever again because she can't keep it. That's how she got Regina to kill her, and that's how. I mean, it's like, Snow, come on, man. This is how you got in this situation in the first place, Snow. Come on, Snow. Snow, come on. Come on, Snow. 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 Come on, like, seriously, Snow. Mary Margaret also has reasons to believe Hook when they discover an area that shows signs of a struggle, but before they can investigate, Regina decides to leave Hook and the Charming family and go at it alone. Cause like, oh my god, okay, you guys are, this is taking too freaking long. My son is an angel. You know what I'm saying? She's like kind of getting frustrated now because everything's going too slow. Cause they're doing everything, by being good and everything. So later, we see Peter Pan watching from a distance, and he orders Felix to cage Neil to a place where he hopes this game will get more interesting, which is revealed to be the cave of the Echo Cave, where Hook learns that this place is not only where he lost his men, it's also where a person must reveal their secrets in order to rescue Neil. So as they reach the cave, Emma, Hook, Mary Margaret, and David see Neil, but the only way to get to him is by creating a bridge, as a rock separates the foursome from Neil. One by one, each comes clean. Hook about his feelings for Mila and how, having kissed Emma, he realized he moved on from his first love when he met her. I was like, oh, he confessed. Mary Margaret feeling that she had been robbed of experiencing having a daughter on because they had to give her up so she could, break the curse, and she missed everything. She missed Emma's first word, first step, first date, obviously coming to her for advice about, certain things. She missed all of it, so she wants to try again. She wants to have a baby. David finally comes clean about the dream shade and that because Hook saved him from using the water from the springs, he won't be able to leave Neverland. You should have seen Snow's face. Ooh, boy, this Echo Cave full of just giving all your deep secrets. Woo. I tell you, that was a very interesting. That's all I got. I was like, what? As Emma races across the bridge, she reveals to Neil that she wished that it was a trick and he was really dead. Despite still loving him, Emma admits that a part of her wished he was dead because it was easier to move on than relive all the pain he put her through. The cave is magically open and Neil is free. So now that they have escaped the cave and resumed their quest to save Henry, it appears that the truth is causing more hurt than helping the rescuers when Mary Margaret is up with David. As Neil says he can get them home once they rescue Henry. Emma apologizes to Neil about how she feels, but says it's not going to change, to which Neil responds that he's never going to stop fighting for her. Emma doesn't comment on this, merely looking At an emotional wreck, and Hook overhears the conversation. And you can just feel so bad for Hook, like he just confessed to her that I thought I was never going to be able to love again, and I fell in love with you, Emma. And I'm like, oh, poor Hook. No, Hook. Hook needs a happy ending. He needs a happy ending. Like, you just feel so bad for Hook. Like, you just feel bad for the pirate. You just feel bad. Like, oh. And I kind of feel bad for Snow because she wants to have another baby, but you can't have another baby if your husband is stuck on there. Yeah. I was just like, oh my goodness. This Confessions is just, whoo. So, meanwhile, we have Gold, who is visited by Peter Pan, who offers him poached eggs, but but Gold refuses and vows to stop him and reunite with his son and his grandson. Pan tells Gold he is wasting his time and suggests that he returns to Storybrooke to be with Belle and start a family, because he refers to saying she's very fertile. I'm like, what, really, Pan? You desire that, ain't you? So, Gold rejects him immediately. Moments later, the image of Belle returns to give Gold a chance to give up his quest to find Henry and start a new life back in Storybrooke. Then convinces Gold that she is real and tries to caress him. Regina immediately shows up and recognizes the image of Belle as Pan's shadow and uses her magic to scare him off. Seeing that Gold is not the Rumpelstiltskin that she knew from the Enchanted Forest, Regina tells Gold that he needs to come back to his senses and suggests that they combine their powers to take down Pan using a different approach instead of having, Gold pretty much killing himself to save his family and everything. Gold believes the answer lies back in Storybrooke at his pawn shop, which had Regina furious, so the only way to solve the problem is to summon a person from her past. As they head to the beach, Regina uses a seashell to summon a mermaid who turns out to be Ariel. So Regina then gives Ariel her voice back and gives her a mission. Why am I mispronouncing words? A mission, which is to retrieve an item from Storybrooke, which is where Ariel will also find her true love, Eric. So Eric been in Storybrooke this whole freaking time? Great, really? So we'll have to give you a little cultural references also, and the opening sequence, if you watch the show, it has Ariel sitting on a rock, which is kind of reminiscent of the famous statue. So also we have our cultural references. We have both the statue of Ursula and Regina's disguise are similar to the animated version of Ursula that was featured in The Little Mermaid. Although both the disguise and the real Ursula are far slimmer than the animated version, because Ursula was a thick girl. She was a thick girl. Regina also references the Munchkins and the Yellow Brick Road from The Wizard of Oz. Eric mentions that he is out to explore the great deserts between his kingdom and Agrabah, suggesting that the city is located in the same world as the Enchanted Forest. So, So, anyway, that's all for that episode of Once Upon a Time. I was so excited because it's Ariel. And so next week's episode is titled Dark Hollow. We'll actually go back to Storybrooke, see how everybody's doing. We'll see Belle again and Ariel, going to tell them, what's going on in Neverland. It's about to go down. It's about to get serious. And also from Once Upon a Time, I had read it. It said that it says the season will be split in 2 parts, with the first 11 episodes airing in autumn 2013, and the later half returning in spring 2014. So we'll have 11 episodes for this fall season, and we're on episode 6. So we have 7, 8, 9, 10. Got that. So the episode 7 will be titled Dark Hollow. Episode 8 is titled Think Lovely Thoughts. 9 is titled Save Henry. 10 is titled The New Neverland. So these are all going to be good. And also, characters that we're going to have is supposed to be Peter Pan, Tinkerbell, Ariel, Prince Eric, Ursula, Rapunzel, and Cruella de Vil. I'm like, yay! I'm curious who's going to play Rapunzel and Cruella de Vil. Now, I was wondering when they was going to have Cruella de Vil, because if you remember, the dog that's in Storybrooke name is Pongo, which is from 101 Dalmatians. So, we'll get to see Cruella get those puppies. But what I really want to see, though, is Peter Pan's backstory on how, for one, he became the famed Peter Pan that he is. Because even in the cartoon, and I think the book as well, but I never read the book, Peter Pan was just a boy. Everybody knew about Peter Pan. He was a boy who lived in Neverland, and he never wanted to grow up, and he hung out with Tinkerbell. That's kind of all you knew about Peter Pan, and he has his Lost Boy. It's kind of all you knew, and his villain was Captain Hook, who he fought all the freaking time. So it's like, well, how did Peter Pan get to Neverland in the first place to become the famed Peter that we all know? And in this case of Once Upon a Time, how did he become this little deviant, like this little badass? Like seriously. So that was all for Ariel, and I want to know you guys' comments. Did you think what's her name? Joanna, I think that's Joanna. Yeah, Joanna Garcia as Ariel. How did you think she do? How did you think Lana Parella did as a imposter Ursula? So I just want to know what you guys think about this episode. So comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next Sunday for Dark Hollow. Bye.